Hi all, and welcome to the first video on this new channel, Casio Watchers. Now before I get into the video properly, can I just give a shout out to our Facebook group, Casio Watchers. If you're into Casios, collect them, want to show them off, want to show what you're wearing today, go and find our group on Facebook. I will add a link below. I only started it a couple of weeks ago, but we've got a good member base at the moment. Lots of posts each week. Lots of discussion and lots of collections being shared, so go and check that out. So anyway, first video on the new channel, I thought it would make sense to show off probably the most iconic Casio out there, maybe even one of the most iconic watches out there. Doesn't matter whether you're a high-end watch collector or just like to have a Casio on your wrist at times, this watch is known worldwide. It's the F91W, and as you can see here, I've actually got two variants of this watch today. So the first one doesn't need much of an introduction, the regular Casio F91W with the blue face. Now this watch was first introduced in 1989. Since then has been selling constantly throughout that release. I believe as well, when I looked into it on the internet, they're still producing around and selling around 3 million units per year. It's as popular today as it was when it was first released. Lots of celebrities wearing them. You see them in Stranger Things. I know there's photographs of Barack Obama wearing them. Lots of people still wear this watch. Nice and simple. Does everything you need a watch to do. Really lightweight and just an absolutely iconic piece. I'll go through some of the features a little bit later on. But you can also see here that besides this standard blue F91W, I recently picked up this variant here, which is the F91W3DG, which has got this dark green colour around the face there, and also the orange writing on it. So try and get a little bit closer. There you go. Almost identical to the blue F91W. One slight difference that you can see besides the colours, if you look really carefully, underneath the word resist on a genuine F91W, there's a very small letter U. On the 3DG, the U has got a little hyphen on either side of the U. Other than that, pretty much identical watches. And one thing I did notice, and it surprised me when I picked this variant up, the green one, it's actually got a slightly lighter coloured strap to the original F91W. The F91W has got a very dark strap. This one's almost dark grey rather than black. You can't really see it too well on the camera, I don't think, but in hand, very different. Now, this one, released all over the world. I picked this one up from eBay for, I think it was £1.30. Got it in hand, cleaned it up a bit, good as new. And again, I think you can actually pick them up brand new from Argos at the moment for £9.99, but I thought I'll go and have a look on eBay, see what's around. Really cheap, great condition after I gave it a little bit of a wipe over. Good to put on the wrist straight away. Excellent timekeeping. I've had it a couple of months now really, and I've got it set against my 5610, which has got atomic clock connection, and it's only a matter of seconds out in terms of when I set the clock up. So really great timekeeping for an old watch. I believe when I purchased this one, this wasn't a brand new watch that the guy had worn for a few weeks and then was selling. I believe this is an older version of the F91W. Again, they've been out since around 1989. There's millions and millions around the world lying around, so I just picked this one up for £1.30. The F91W3DG that I've got here with this beautiful green and orange colour scheme. Now this one I picked up for £12 on eBay. And what was interesting about this one is I don't believe the F91W3DG ever actually saw the UK market, but I bought this off eBay UK from a UK seller for £12. It still had the original tag on it. I believe they were only released possibly to the Asian market. And if I just slip this one off the watch holder, because I store all my watches in a watch box, this one has a Thailand maker on it, a Thailand mark on the back, and my older original F91W has a China mark on it. So leave them off the band there a second. So as you can see, put them together. Really nice, simple watches. You can keep your smart watches in, from as far as I'm concerned. I want a watch that just tells me the time, can maybe get a stopwatch on it, things like that if I want to, but nice and simple. So if I scroll through the features that are obviously available on both watches, you have your standard time mode. I always like mine set to AM PM time, 12-hour clock rather than 24-hour clock. We've got our alarm setting, stopwatch, set the time, and back to the start again. Nice and simple, that's all you need. And just in case some people didn't know this, I mean, you never know, but you see a lot of times on Instagram, in the Facebook group Casio Watchers, how do you know if you've got a genuine F91W or a fake one? There's several ways to tell, to do with the printing on the face and all these things. One of the easiest methods is if you hold this button here for a few seconds, it should display the word Casio. So there we go, press it again. Let's try it on this one. Hold the right hand side button for a few seconds, it'll change into 24-hour clock mode, and then it'll display the word Casio. Now I believe that some of the fakes could possibly recreate that, but on the whole that's one of the quickest and easiest ways to tell whether you've got a genuine F91W or a fake. Now I know there are other colour variants of the F91W, but green's my favourite colour. I really wanted to find this, and I was delighted when one came up for it on eBay for £12. Nobody else put a bid on it. I hit the opening bid of £12 posted. So with this for £12 and this for £1.30 plus a couple of pence postage, I've got two awesome iconic watches there that I can wear every so often when I feel like it. Now anybody that wears watches like this or collects watches like this, you'll know that sometimes you get the odd unusual look from people when you've got one on. Some people recognise them as know what they are, others think, why are you wearing such a cheap old looking watch like that? But I don't care what people think. I know what these watches are. People who collect Casios will know exactly what they are. It's going to be selling millions and millions more over the coming years. Again, I think we're seeing a real resurgence in Casios. I see a lot of younger people wear them. I'm 34 now, but I see a lot of teenagers and people in their early 20s wearing them. Again, thanks to programs like Stranger Things and other celebrities wearing Casios. You've got your G-Shocks, of course, but a real original like this, a real iconic design that people can relate to. I had one of these many years ago. I'm sure most people had or knew someone who had one of these back in the day and have worn one until it's broken, the strap broke. It's cheaper to buy a new F91W watch rather than a strap for it, and that's what's great about it. I even, when shopping yesterday, came across a security guard in a shop. He was wearing one of these and we started chatting about it. Again, it's one of those watches that you either love it or you hate it nowadays, but on the whole I don't think many watch collectors, whether they collect Casio or other timepieces, would turn their nose up at a watch like this. It's stood the test of time and I think it will continue to do so. So as I said, this is the first watch showcase that I've done on this new channel, Casio Watchers. I plan to do more in future, showing off some of the pieces that I currently own and wear from time to time. But today, thanks for watching this short video, the first video on this channel. And as I said at the start, if you haven't done so already and you're into Casios, G-Shocks, collect them, or are interested in starting to collect them or buying your first one, go on to our Facebook group, Casio Watchers. I'll put a link below, and I look forward to seeing you there. And if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. So until next time, thanks for checking us out and see you later.